Fintech Association of Nigeria kicked off the Nigerian Fintech Week 2022 to examine the theme, Navigating the Next Normal, Sustainable Impact in Fintech, E-Government and Emerging Technologies. Day one of the conference had in attendance industry experts, innovators, and it witnessed sessions like the fireside chat, presentations and product pitches, and exhibition booth tour by participants. Ade Bajomo, President Fintech Nigeria, giving the opening address at the conference, noted that Fintech Association is committed to ensuring the ecosystem achieves its full potential.
The Nigeria Fintech Week is an opportunity to showcase new thinking, solutions, thought leadership, and products by the local fintech ecosystem. The theme and overarching focus for this year's meeting is Navigating the Next Normal, Sustainable Impacts in Fintech, E-Government, and Emerging Technologies. In the current climate, environmental, social, and governance discussions are top of every executive agenda. So are issues around extreme poverty alleviation, economic growth, and digital inclusion. The Nigerian fintech industry has been a trailblazer in this digitally transforming world. Coming from its infancy barely 10 years ago, it now leads Africa on several fronts, ranging from funding, scope and depth of innovation to providing leadership in payments and driving regulatory alignment to create an environment for growth, jobs, and prosperity. The fintech ecosystem has also witnessed significant growth in the last 5 years, from foreign direct investments, which was barely at $53 million a year, growing to nearly $1.3 billion in 2021. There's been a slight decline in 2022. The latest figures as of Q2 was about 731 million, but we hope that by the end of the year, we will at least meet or beat the 2021 numbers. Our job as an ecosystem facilitator is to proceed at any length to ensure we achieve the full potential and continuous and exponential growth.
The event featured a fireside chat that discussed ways in fostering sustainable impact in fintech, e-government, and emerging technologies. Discussants were Ebenezer Onyagu, GM, CEO, Zenith Bank, Niyi Toluwalokpe, CEO, eTransact, Tolulope Adeyinka, Manager of Fintech's MasterCard West Africa, while the session was moderated by Obi Ibikwe, CEO, Enterprise NGR. Babalola Oladokun, Regional Manager Sub-Saharan SAS, and Segun Oluyemi, Head Financial Institution NIBS, in their keynote presentation spoke on enabling the new era of financial services, safeguard, control, and optimize, and sustainable fintech growth and building a legacy.
There is so much that a human being can do. If you like, put a lot more people, there is a limit to how much our physical eyes can see in terms of trend or in terms of stopping fraud. And all these challenges I'm talking is not even limited to fraud and anti-money laundering. You can look at it from the perspective of risk management, market risk, credit risk. How do you know if somebody borrows money is going to pay you back? There is a limit to how much an individual, but a machine is not limited by time. A machine doesn't get tired. And then when you leverage artificial intelligence and machine learning and analytics, then what you are able to do is you are able to focus on your core area of, your banking, your fintech, whatever it is that is your core area, and let the machine do its work.
As we grow the latitude of operations of the financial system and exposures, we all need to do it at reduced cost. While doing it at reduced cost, efficiency that is desired from each of the players must be ensured and assured. And that is why this comes as an appeal, even from NIBS as standard setter for the payment system, that we need to still look at the people, process, purpose of the fintech more and more for the financial system, and ensure that we have greater and improved accessibility of the services the financial system offers to the hinterland.
Day one of the NFW 2022 also witnessed product pitches, masterclasses, conversation, and a panel session on charting the new tech pathway. Dr. Segun Aina, Chairman, Board of Trustees, NGR, given the closing remarks, said the theme for the year was timely as the industry charts the new normal for digital technologies.
The theme of the conference, Navigating the Next Normal, Sustainable Impacts in Fintech, is very, very apt because we have seen the development in the fintech space in Nigeria and in Africa, and of course, across the world, and how this is transforming societies, how this is creating impacts. So it's very important that we ensure that this is sustainable.
Ade Bajomo, President, Fintech NGR, Dr. Segun Aina, Chairman, Board of Trustees, Fintech Nigeria, and Mr. Niyi Toluwalope, MD CEO of eTransact, spoke further on the evolution of the fintech in Nigeria and what to expect in the coming days of the conference. How will you describe the evolution of the Nigerian fintech ecosystem?
I always say that if you take a step back on Nigerian ecosystems, various ecosystems that have just gone from zero to, to 1 million, basically. You start with Nollywood, yeah, because people will always say, "Oh, Nigerians, traveling and all of that stuff." You hear all sorts of, diverse views. Nollywood started from zero, and now it's the third largest film industry in the world. Then you go to Afrobeats. Yeah, it started again from zero, local bands and all of that. Now I understand that Burna Boy is number 6 watched video in the UK this year, and it continues like that. What do you think the next big thing coming out of this great country is going to be? I'll leave the guess to you. It's going to be fintech. It's going to be another nascent industry with very little support, from anyone. And that's why we are Fintech NGR. So that's the association that is coming together, to connect fintechs, accelerate the ecosystem, and actually advocate for the ecosystem, because this ecosystem is actually quite different from the other two I've mentioned. The ecosystem actually takes people's money, transacts with people. So that means regulation has to come in there to make sure that there's trust, there's governance, and all of those fundamental building blocks. So we're very excited, about the industry. We think this is just the starting point, and the future is really, really bright and great.
Well, I'm really very excited at the impact that fintech is making. I mean, impact digital, is making not only within Nigeria, Africa, but even in the entire world. And I'm happy that Nigeria is taking this pride of place, in this process. Nigeria is a clear leader when it comes to the impact of fintech within, the country. That's impacted the lives of everyone in terms of the kind of services that they provide. And I know that the future is very, very bright in terms of how fintech can continue to create impact, how fintech can continue to provide the enablement that ensures that the economy, which we are now pushing to become a digital economy, can be better enhanced for the prosperity of everyone.
We talked about digital education even in the workshop we just had now, the panel speakers. So one of the critical things that will help is letting people understand the digital transformation roadmap of the government of the country and how fintech can enable huge productivity for more macroeconomic development for the country. You can see a lot of different levels of government are now adopting digitalization and automation of payments and even revenue collection. And one of the good things about this is eTransact has been in the center of that, driving things at the federal level, at the state level, and the local government level, providing solutions and services to help digitize collections and payments, and also providing solutions and services to help digitize payments and collections of revenue at the local government and the state government levels, particularly focusing on the informal sector. The informal sector is a completely untapped area for state governments. IGR can only grow beyond a certain level. They need to look at all the interlands and all the activities, the artisans, the market people, all the activities happening there. And the government is providing infrastructure for these people. How do they monetize the use of this infrastructure, expand the number of people, that they capture, identifying people that use this infrastructure, and also provide the opportunity for them to collect revenue in taxes, in charges, in levies, and all of that. So these are some of the things eTransact has done that we believe will help transform the earning ability of state governments, that will help develop the country better and even increase the country and the economy's GDP.
what you think about the conference, especially with the team navigating the next normal, sustainable impact in fintech, the e-government, and emerging technologies.
I think that this is a great initiative, and I'm very happy to be a part of it, a small part of it, in the sense that I just moderated a session on fostering sustainable impact in fintech, e government, and emerging technology. And the reason that topic is timely, we've witnessed rapid growth in fintech. Nigeria is doing well, but this is a time to start thinking about how we sustain that growth.